So I was able to come up today with a can of beans, some bread, and the butter that fucking I need to put on bread. Why is butter bread so important to me? Well, one of the things I'm embarrassed about, and that was brought up to me, was when Barb moved in, she asked me about my palate, and I fucking didn't understand. I said, palate. I looked around thinking, I don't have any wood pallets. What do you need a pallet for? She goes, your food pallet. And then once again, I looked around. I said, I don't have any food on any pallets. And then she goes, what do you eat and everything? I said, I've always been pretty basic eater. This to me is a meal. Why is this to me a meal? Because you have to understand that I come from an abusive situation where I was locked away in a closet for the first 5 years of my life, where I was only fed oatmeal and cream of wheat, and I was severely malnutrition. When I was adopted, it was found out I had rickets and a bunch of other health issues, including I didn't have any of my immunization shots and I almost died. From there, I might have had a couple of years, fucking a year. I wouldn't even say a couple of years, but I might have had 8 months of like a family meal where families come and sit down, but not really 8 months because a month after I was adopted, I was gonna die, so I couldn't eat fucking solid foods for the longest times. And then when I did finally eat food, I didn't know what food was because hence the first 5 years I was locked away in a closet and only fed oatmeal and fucking cream of wheat. So they had to try to introduce food to me at 5, which let me tell you is an impossible. There's a lot of things I do eat and I don't eat. And think of the really basics: buttered bread, can of beans, oatmeal, cream of again that basic is my food palette because you have to understand that I turned into a latchkey kid. I was turned into a latchkey kid, and I would take vicious beatings if I ate anything other than buttered bread. So if I reached up into a cupboard and grabbed something, fucking, grab like a can or whatever and figured out how to fucking open it and cook it and everything, I would take a vicious beat because it wasn't my food to eat. I was, however, allowed to eat bread with butter. And I wasn't viciously beaten for it. So fucking even to this day, even though I'm fucking starving, even though if everything goes, I still ration my bread and butter. And now since with Barb gone, she introduced a lot of different things to me that now I'm gonna subtly miss, like an actual meal, with fucking vegetables and all this other shit and whatnot. So my basic palate is being starved as a child, only fed oatmeal and cream of wheat, turning into a latchkey kid where Roy went off and fucking tried to be fucking bachelor or fucking King Dick and left me being fucking between 6 to 8 at the time as a latchkey kid and only fucking able to eat buttered bread or toast. And then I go to jail and eat jail food. Oh, sorry, there was a visit in the hospital for fucking. I did get gangrene in my eye where I was in the hospital for fucking a length of time. Where at that time, Roy and his second wife went to Disneyland and left me in the hospital alone. Yeah, then there's that hospital food, and then there's jail food, and then there's this food. There's the time I was homeless where I had to raid gardens. That's where you jump over fences into people's gardens and steal their carrots and eat whatever. So I never had a normal life or a normal anything, normal family, normal anything. This to me is a meal. It's taken some time to get used to because Barb cooked all these phenomenal meals, and now I'm back to bread and beans. It's what I can afford and it's what I can eat. But I'm thankful for this because I've learned to you eat to live, not live to eat.